Do we have you, Miss Holly? All right. Well, while we're waiting for her, so tonight we're going to be going over sponsoring. It's going to be done in. Oh, there we go. Do we have you now? Yay, we have Holly. You're a little. We can't hear you, hon. Um, you're kind of jerking on your camera as well. Hmm. We have all kinds of bugs tonight. Cannot hear you at all. I'm so sad. No, still, I see your lips moving. Shoot. Do you want to try and log off and see if that'll work? And I'll send you another invite. All right. Well, we wait. So this is going to actually work in two ways tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually really excited about it. The first one that we're going to do is we're just going to talk about sponsoring. We're going to talk about how to kind of get yourself out there, how to interact and chat with people and stuff like that. And then the second part of it is we are going to do some mock conversations. So I hope you ladies are ready to chat. So what we'll do is, oh, do we have you?
Yeah, there.
Yay! Yep, we can hear you now. All right, so go ahead. I'll take it over to you, and then I'll plug my headphones in so we don't echo.
Okay, is it live already?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Could you guys hear me before when I had the camera on, or no? Oh, well, you already muted, so I don't think you could because now I'm seeing like little.
Oh no, we lost audio on you again. What the heck is going on?
Weird. You can't hear me now still?
Oh, hang on. Never mind. Headphones.
Oh, okay. Let's get this going. Okay, so we're going to be talking about, I think Crystal kind of introduced it. I couldn't hear either for a little while. So we're going to be talking about sponsoring, and I'm just going to go over the first part, and then I'm going to turn it over to Crystal. So if you hear little people in the background, let me show you why. Because I'm at my sister's house, and we're playing with the babies. Anyway, she's going to keep them, well, I don't care if they're in here or not. It doesn't matter. Background noise is cool. So we're going to go into sponsoring, and I'm going to be covering more of like how to continually be able to add people into your network. So, and there's several ways to do this. So in order to be able to sponsor, you have to be always working your business. So what I mean by that is not necessarily, what is my phone doing? I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, not necessarily, working 24/7 in your business, but you have to stay active, actively involved, and always being around people. So whether that's socially on, social media, or whether it's, going out and about, everyone has their kind of different things that they enjoy doing more. I'm more of a stay-at-home. Like, I'm not antisocial, but I am home all the time. And so I use the outlet of social media to be able to gain more friends. And when I first started with Younique, I only had about 300 friends on my friends list. And it was mostly family friends and then my hair clients that I was friends with. And since then, I have just around, I think I have 1,600. And that's just through networking with other people online. So, throwing parties is one way to keep adding friends. After I have a customer, I always add them as a friend on Facebook, shoot them a friend request, after they have purchased from me, and I'm starting that conversation so they know who I am. So it's not like they purchased from me, I immediately am, add them as a friend. It's more get that conversation going in the part, in a personal message about their, order, giving them tips and tricks, different things, building that relationship, and then getting them, we're added as a friend. So that's a way that I'm constantly adding people. Another way on social media is to join groups, and I know you guys have heard me talk about this, but that's a great way to network, and not necessarily, you don't have to do just network groups. I find I'm not really in a lot of networking groups. I have a few like women's networking group where it's not about trying to get people to join or buy. It's just more like tips and tricks on, and celebrating that we're entrepreneurs as women. So very uplifting and empowering. So I'm adding with entrepreneurs, I'm adding more people that I look up to, that I can get motivation from every day. I'm having my newsfeed full of good information and positivity and not negative stuff. So with my networking groups, it's not necessarily me trying to network, like get them to join or purchase. It's more so that we can kind of feed off of each other and just celebrate each other's success within our own businesses. So those are good to have. And they will always, everyone that is an entrepreneur in network marketing, they're doing different things. So you might be friends with someone that does Avon. You're not going to necessarily like share customers, but if you are a friend with someone that does like Scentsy, then they might refer someone to you. You can refer people to them, kind of like that. So that's good networking. I'm never approaching those people to order from me or host a party or anything like that. If they want to, it's just from them watching me on my news feed, and then just us having conversations not necessarily about that, but maybe sharing tips and tricks with each other of how they do their parties and things like that. Another way is joining groups of people that are interested, like things that you're interested in. So if you can join some book clubs if you like to read, join some let's see, so I know that the mom groups are popular. There's makeup groups online. There's everything. Like if you are interested in, I don't know, baseball cards, you can search baseball card groups and you can enter that group. So just anything that you think that you would be interested in. And I don't go in there to I don't post about business opportunities. I'm not doing anything of that. I am just being a friend. I'm getting to know people in there. I'm commenting on their posts. I'm liking their posts. I am, if I ever post anything in there, it's just more inspirational. It has nothing to do with unique. Just anything that can pertain to them that way. And that way they're seeing my name pop up in their news feed. And once, I have had communication with, quite a few in there, and we've kind of got to know each other like inside the group, then I'll shoot them a friend request, and they're usually more likely to add me as a friend because they've seen my face pop up and I'm friendly. I'm not like just a complete creepy stranger. And then I start a conversation on personal message, we get that going, and that is building friendships that way. So that's another way that I'm constantly adding people in my network. When I'm out and about, going to the grocery store, I'm meeting people that way too. Complimenting people is a good way of starting conversation. So, I'm always looking for, something to compliment somebody on. And then, especially if we're in the line at Walmart, I don't know now that we have self-checkouts, we don't have as long, so I try not to go to self-checkout every single time. So at Walmart, it's a great, they're fighting over a little birthday bag. Sorry. Hey, it's okay, come here. She just wants the bag, and so does Charlie. Anyways, try avoiding self-checkout if you have enough time so that you can talk to the people that are in line with you. Start a conversation. Most people have their kids, compliment their kids. You start getting that going, and then, either hand them a business card or hand them your phone and be like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. or I love your makeup, it's so pretty, you know, something, and then hand them your phone and have them add themselves to your like have it open to Facebook, and then just say, hey, you should type your name in here, we can connect on Facebook, it'd be super fun. And that's another way that I do it. So like anywhere that I'm at, the swimming pool, I'm trying to think of places that grocery store, post office, so like the people that, because I'm always shipping stuff everywhere. So just being friendly. And then finally, after like the 5th time of going, she's like, you seriously sell a lot of makeup, like you're smelling a lot of makeup. She's like, what do you do? And so then I started a conversation, and then she has an appointment to come over to my house to try on the makeup, because she had just barely ran out of her Mary Kay, and she was wanting to switch over to something else because she felt like the Mary Kay wasn't giving her the coverage she wants. So that's another way. So, you know, make sure you have your business cards with you, Blitz cards. You know, you got to do things on purpose. So go blitzing. And if you don't know what blitzing are, those are like, they're like postcards almost, and you can fit more on them, a bigger picture. Sometimes business cards get lost, but Blitz cards are hard to lose because it's like a big old huge card. So, you know, give that to them. Don't just give it to people, but like start a conversation with them. And if you feel comfortable enough, you know, to hand them your phone and have them add them as a friend on your Facebook, then that's a good way to do it. I always just have my Facebook app open with the search bar, and then they can just type in and search themselves, and it just shoots them a friend request. They can do that way. And then I instantly have them as a contact list on my contacts, so that's really fun. I'm trying to think of, you know, restaurants, talking to the waitresses. I always leave business card, and I know that Gretchen, was it Gretchen that was? No, who was it? Jamie is the one that we were talking about, I think on another training call, where she leaves things on the tables everywhere she goes. Like a business card and a Blitz card. Is that what it was, Crystal? I don't know if Jamie's on.
She's not. She's working tonight. But yeah, she's the one who left them randomly at restaurants and casinos.
Yeah, gas pumps. You can leave them in the little card readers at gas pumps sometimes. Sometimes they don't like you to do that. But, you know, anywhere you can think of, just be on purpose. Like, make sure that you wake up that day just, okay, today I'm going to contact a certain amount of people. So in the new presenters group, on post number 2, it talks about the hundreds list and then the 2 by 2 by 2 rule. That's something that we need to still be doing, even though we're not new presenters anymore. Is the point of putting that in there is to start getting them in that habit of contacting 6 people a day. So 2 being, you know, we just did examples. So the first 2 were contact 2 new people that day and start a conversation with them and start to get to know them. What, bud? In the cart. I'll get it for you in a little bit, okay? The next one was contact 2 people that, you know, you think would be interested in hosting or trying out samples. So something you can talk to about, you know, giving them something for free. And that's usually someone that you have a relationship already built, not a complete stranger. That's why we do the strangers first, so that eventually those 2 that are strangers become people that you can then ask to host a party, if that makes sense. And then the last 2 is to go through and thank at least 2 customers or communicate with at least 2 customers a day. And if you can just do that, you're going to be constantly getting more and more business. And as long as you're constantly adding people to your Facebook, if that's how you choose to do your networking, is through Facebook in your business, then you need to make sure that you're adding people to your Facebook daily. Like that needs to be a goal of yours, is to have you know, make it a goal to do like 10 a week or something like that. So that because we all have only so many friends on Facebook, and if we, you know, communicate with all of them or start communicating, eventually it's going to be, that's it. Like if you have 300 friends, you have 300 friends on Facebook. There's no like, you know, I'm just going to contact them again, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to be like the crazy person that just keeps coming back and they end up signing up so that you'll be quiet, and then, or they'll block you. Then you're like, oh, I only have 289 friends. So we have to be constantly adding friends, and the only way to do that is to be busy, is to do something on do things with purpose is what I always say is, like I went with Adriana to Tucson. And some of you don't even know what that is, but to the city, because we both live in small towns, to go convention dress shopping. And that girl is prepared for everything. She has a truck full of Blitz cards, a truck full, she had like, I think 10 mascaras on hand, or 8. She has business cards. She has a magnet on the side. No, she has a magnet on the back of her truck, and a huge like vinyl lettering on the back of her truck, like huge. You can't even, like, you can be driving and you can still read it. It's huge. And her thing says mascara on board, and it has like a million exclamation marks. And it caught people's attention. We went to a doctor, because we went to a doctor's appointment, and she gave out, I think, like 4 business cards in the doctor's appointment, and she even didn't put mascara on so that she could put mascara in the waiting room. She could put her mascara on in the waiting room before we went into our appointment. Anyway, so it was just, she's brilliant. Like, she goes out with a purpose to get business, and she's constantly adding people to her network of friends. So just make goals of do you feel like you've exhausted your resources on Facebook, then you need to join some groups. I try to keep myself in at least 12. I usually don't do more than 12 because it gets overwhelming. And then after 6 months or so, or if a group just doesn't seem like very positive, or just people that I don't really want to be around, then I leave that group and I go find another group, and I just network with those people. And that's pretty much it. I'm just constantly adding people, finding ways. Business pages are another way to be able to keep adding people to your Facebook and to your network. So start a business page, and every now and then boost something. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It could be like $5 a month, and you're going to get those likes, and you can actually shoot a friend request to the people that like your page if you want. And I do recommend, if you're going to do that, that you have the same Facebook profile picture on your business page as you do on your Facebook page, so that they'll recognize it. Because I have my Facebook page, or my business page, as like a quote, and so I wouldn't necessarily send a friend request over to them, because they're going to be like, who the heck is Holly Brown? Who's that person? But I'll send them you can send them a message through your business page and introduce yourself that way. So there's a couple of ways. So business page is a good way to do it. I'm trying to think of if there's some other events. So if you're going to do booths, that's a good way to get out there. And it doesn't have to be like huge booths. If you have a craft fair in town, if you have a school fair in your town, I'm trying to think of some other ones that Crystal, this is really up her alley, because she does a lot of vendor events. Nicole DuPont's she's my downline, or one of my girls, and she is an event queen also. So she kind of does all of the events in town, which is good because that's her thing. She's really good with it, and I'd rather just be on home networking that way. But she's super good, and she's fabulous in person. For those that are going to convention, it will be fun for you guys to meet her, because she's pretty awesome. So that is my tip for tonight, is to the only way to sponsor is to be in front of people, and you have to constantly be in front of new people all the time. So if parties aren't your thing, then you have to network. You just have to find another way to add friends, because it's not going to work if you are in front of your same friends list forever. It just won't work. You have to. So, okay, I am going to, sorry, something just popped up on my screen, so sorry. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Crystal, and she's going to talk about what to say and do for sponsoring.
I have a question real quick, Holly.
Yeah.
It's my personal Facebook, and I have another one, but I just don't switch all the time. Like, I forget to switch, or I'll end up posting stuff on, like, the more professional Facebook. Is it okay that I post, like, because I post a lot of stuff about my kids and everything. I mean, everything pretty much is upbeat, but like if I'm sick, I would post. Is that okay for like customers and stuff to see all that?
It is. You just have to be careful. There's ways to, I'll send you over a video, but there is ways to make lists on your Facebook so that you can categorize your friends, so that if you do want to post a picture of your kids and you're maybe leery of a few of your customers or a few of the friends that you've added, you can add them to maybe like, you can categorize it. So like maybe, and only you can see it. So if you want to have a list that says creepy or something like that, you can put that, and then you can add them into more than one list. So you could do the creepy list and the restricted list, so they can only see what you put public.
Okay.
Or they can only see what you do when you when you put public. So there's things like that. I don't have a creepy list. I don't really like invite anyone to be my friends that's creepy or accept a creepy person. But I do have them like hairdressers, makeup artists, categories. I have those that I went to high school with. I have those that are in my town. I have unique presenters that aren't on our team, and then I have like my Glam Squad girls. So they're all categorized, so I can post specifically to those people if I only want certain people. So if you only want just your really close friends to see pictures of your kids, then just go through all of your list and mark close friends for all of your really close friends and family. And then just post your kid pictures and stuff, and just make sure you put that as close friends, and only your close friends will see that. That way you can post multiple different things. Because I did have a business page and a personal page, and it's really hard and really confusing.
I think I think I'm pretty much okay with them seeing it, because like I won't add anybody that's creepy anyways.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if it would get annoying or if it might actually make them like being my friend a little bit more if it's not just always about unique.
Definitely. That is one thing.
Because I know I mean, it sounds kind of stalkerish, but I do like to see other people's kids and, other stuff than just their direct sales stuff.
Yes, we are in the relationship building business, and that's huge, is letting them know that you're a real person, that you're not just some unique zombie. So I would definitely, all of my customers and my friends, they see, I mean, it's like a glorified version of my life, because I do not put anything negative. Like I hardly ever put any. I think I've complained about our insurance twice maybe, and we've had this crappy insurance for 2 years. And every now and then I'll talk a little bit about Blaze's seizures, but I always try to put some sort of spin on it that makes it not seem like I'm complaining. So when it comes to like sick things, you just want to be careful that because I remember that, like, what was it? It was like 4 years ago, I had a job that I didn't really like. And I remember that, like, that's when Facebook, like, I was starting to get on Facebook and stuff. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was starting to really use Facebook, and that's when like bosses were starting to get on there so they could kind of see where their employees were at and stuff like that. And you kind of forget that they can see everything you're doing. And so I remember being in meetings, and he would be like, okay, you guys, because it was another direct sales company, he's like, you guys need to make sure that you're friends on Facebook with all of your team members so that you can see what they're doing. Because if they say they can't, go do this, whatever they were supposed to do, check their Facebook and make sure that, they're not at the lake or whatever, which I'm like, this is like, I should be able to do whatever I want. I don't think anyways. So I knew that he was starting to do things like that. So I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I have to post on the days that I don't want to come to work. I need to make sure that on my Facebook, I look like I'm really sick. And so there was a month period, like 2-month period, because it was I didn't have hours that I needed to clock into. I didn't have, he wasn't paying me per the hour. So he just, anyways, it was just ridiculous what the things that he was requiring us to do. So it was so funny because I really was really sick, but I really did not want to go to work. And so there was some times when I was just like, I am super sick. And so I go back to my memories on during that time. And I think I posted I was sick like almost every day for like a month. And I'm like, I was such a negative person. Like, I don't even know how people even could handle being my friend because nothing that I said was even positive. So I think just be careful when you're posting things to just make sure you want to make, to your customers, you want to be real, but you also want to be something uplifting because we have so many people on Facebook that are negative. We have news things that are on Facebook now that are negative, articles that are negative, tons of things. So we want to make sure that we are those positive people for our customers and for the people that we're networking with, because that's more attractive, if that makes sense.
That's kind of what I ran into before, because I had added a bunch of people that I went to school with, but I just got really tired of seeing negative stuff or like cussing and stuff. But I guess you can just hide posts from them too.
Yeah, you can, but you don't want anyone to do that to us, because then when you're posting about, good things, they won't see it. So just, be mindful of that as you're posting. How if I didn't, or you can think of it that this is another way to think of it. So when we're watching a sitcom on TV and it comes on once a week, those relationships that people have on those shows seem long term. So like for instance, The OC, that was, I don't even know how many years that was, like 9 years or something crazy like that. Those relationships developed through the whole thing. Well, I watched The OC on a DVD, on DVDs while I was pregnant, and I was like, these people are crazy. They break up and make up every 30 minutes, and that's because I was watching a sitcom, like right on through. So we have to remember that with our kind of with our lives. So like we have 24 hours in a day, but when people are reading through our posts, they're seeing maybe one post right after another from, maybe a couple of days ago. So if like we were sick on Tuesday and then the baby was sick on Friday and then the husband was sick on Monday, that's 3, and we posted about it, that's 3 posts that they're going to see, that those might be the only 3 posts that they see from us. And they won't see some of the other things. Does that make sense? So it kind of is like that same thing of like, what the heck, this person's always mad or psycho or whatever. Or those people that are like happy one day and then like crazy sad the next day. And then back and forth. So just, think about what your customers are seeing, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think that would be good. That was a good question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Crystal, your turn. I'm getting off. Or not getting off, but getting silent.
Okay. Yeah, and for booths, I mean, Holly, ooh, my camera went all fuzzy again. I do lots of booths in not just places like, craft fairs and stuff like that. I've actually done one in car shows. We did a strongman competition. We've done all kinds of weird ones. So the way I figure it, if I could set up a table and there's going to be women there, I'm going to set up a table and I'm going to talk to those women. So that's the way I figure it. So, we're going to do just some quick, just mock talking, essentially. Banter back and forth of what you would normally get if you message somebody. So if you guys haven't heard of the 3 C's, highly recommend watching the 3 C's video. Unique by Ella, and I'll put the link in the comments of this video when we post it in Powerhouse for her as well. The 3 C's, I had them wrote down because I always forget the 3rd C. So the 3 C's are crazy, compliment, and confidence. So it's going to look something like, okay, so I'm going to take Gretchen as an example. Hey Gretchen, this is going to sound crazy, but I know what you've gone through with everything with your daughter, and that determination and motivation could really help you in Unique. What do you think about? Just something where you call it crazy, you compliment, and then you have confidence of what do you think? You kind of get them to respond back. So that's when you message people and talk to them. Of course, you're always going to want to make sure that, one, you have a relationship with them. Like Holly said, this is all about building relationships. So you don't really want to necessarily do it like out of the blue and cold. You know, do more where, you know, if it's not somebody you've talked to in, say, 15 years, I wouldn't recommend messaging them that. I would recommend something more like, hi, how's it going? Haven't talked to you in a while. How's the family? Type thing. But once you've kind of had that relationship established, definitely then start in with the 3 C's. So how that's going to tie into our mock is we're going to pretend that I've done a 3C with you, or with anybody in here, or that you've done it with me, and that I am the one that you're trying to chat with about the opportunity. So since I already said Gretchen, if you don't mind, Gretchen, we'll start with you. Oh, do you have sound, hun?
No, that's fine. Go for it.
Awesome. Okay, so let's pretend you have done your 3 C's with me. I'm going to respond back, sounds interesting. Do you have any more info?
And then
how you're going to want to respond with, oh, Holly, remind me. Are you still on? I forget what they're called. It's the think, feel, and I always forget the third one. I'm really bad at remembering third ones. I know how you feel. Here's what I found. It's find, found.
No.
LaDon, do you know it? Oh, gosh. My brain's like scattered right now. Shell's got it. Found, feel, felt, found. There you go. So, Gretchen, sounds interesting. Do you have some more information? I could be interested in this, but I don't know if I could do it. So use the feel, felt, found. Meaning, I know how you feel, or I know how I've felt, kind of using it around that. Does that make any sense? Or do I need to go into more explanation?
No. So then I would say, you know, you're not sure that you could do it. Well, I have absolutely been there, and I know exactly how that feels. But, you know, I think that because of all that you've gone through and all of these things, you could really find a great, a great place in this business, that this would really fit you.
Awesome. So you're always going to want to end with a question as well. So you can always end with, so what do you think? Or, you know, something like that. So you're always going to want to end with a question so that they respond back. So let's do again. So let's do it one more time. So Gretchen, that really sounds like great info, but I don't know if I could do it. Can you give me some more information? I know I'm rewording it a little bit.
You're so putting me on the spot here. It's like 10:45 at night. Okay.
I
know. Okay, so I would say.
So use your feel, found. I know how you feel.
I know how you feel, and I can really appreciate that. Let me get you some more information on, you know, what's your holdup? What's your holdup? Why do you think that you can't do it?
I'm just so busy all the time. I just don't know if I could fit it in.
You know, the best thing that I have found is that you can set your own pace. Is that you can do it in the morning. If you want to get up before your kids get up, then you can, you know, just plan your day and say, I'm going to take an hour in the morning and I'm going to do this. So what do you think about that? Do you think you can fit that in?
I could possibly fit that in. How do you do it? You're a busy woman. I mean, you've got 2 kids running around and you dealt with all that stuff with Amelia. How did you do this?
Nap time and bedtime. That's the best thing I can say, is I have found that the best times for me are nap time and bedtime, because I have some time to myself. So what time do you take in your day for yourself?
That's perfect, Gretchen. absolutely perfect. Yay! I know it gets a little weird, and I'll be the first one to say, and Holly's even said this to me. I am very wordy. So sometimes you also have to watch, like, when you're typing, how many words you actually do, because I'm personally very wordy, and I go back and go, oh, that's going to be a big paragraph.
Can I say something on that?
Absolutely.
I was just yesterday at an event that they had here in Sioux Falls about how to use Facebook for your business, and the gal who was so informative, it was great. She said 90 characters or less.
Nice. I was trying to limit mine to 2 sentences, but I like the 90 characters more.
90 characters or less, and she said always have an image or video.
Nice.
There
Perfect.
you go. Okay.
All right, so we'll put somebody else on the spot now, Gretchen. Let's do LaDawn. Are you able to talk?
Sure.
Okay, so again, let's pretend we've done the 3 C's with me. So I'm going to message you back and go, let's see, what's one thing that we always hear? You know, does that stuff even really work? I mean, I've seen the pictures, but they've got to be photoshopped, right?
Oh, honey, they are not photoshopped. But I can't prove it to you without you trying it yourself. Are you willing to give it the 14-day trial?
So, you mean I have to buy it first?
Yes, you do have to buy it first, but Unique offers an amazing Love It guarantee that allows you 14 days to try it. And if you just really don't like it, which is not going to happen, you can get your full refund. It's really worth it. I mean, is your skin worth it?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that question. Yes. Honestly, I don't even know what to say back to that. If you'd have said something, I'd be like, yeah, it is. Yay to LaDawn. So perfect, absolutely perfect. So let's do more one like the opportunity. So like you're talking to me about possibly joining. Is it really $99? I have to pay $99 to sign up? That's crazy.
Sorry, I muted myself there. Yeah, but you know what? It is the best $99 I've ever spent in my life. Not only do you get over $200 worth of makeup, you get this amazing sisterhood. Now, I know you have a couple sisters at home with you, but don't you want some of those sisters that are like on the outside?
Yeah, but you know, I just don't know if I would want to do it. I mean, what if I'm not very good at it?
Let me just put it this way. If I can do it, I know you can do it because you're way more outgoing than I am.
That's a good one.
You agree, right?
Again, LaDawn.
Now, if I could only actually put this into play, like it's so easy with you guys.
Practice makes perfect. That's why we're doing this. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. You're natural at this. So Jenna, let's do Jenna. Okay, so you've done the three C's with me on on the opportunity. Okay. So let me think of another one that we always get. What's an answer you always get? We'll work off of that. We all get.
I need to wait until payday.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so I have to wait until payday though, and payday is not for like a couple of weeks away. Is that okay?
That's fine. You can sign up whenever you want to. Do you have any more questions about it, or is that your only hesitation?
Well, you know, I do have 2 kids at home, and my husband's kind of needy, and I've actually had somebody say that before. My husband's kind of needy, and they need a lot of my time, though. So if I don't sign up when I get paid, I can sign up at any point in time, right?
Yeah, you can sign up at any time, but if you sign up right now, we have 2 mascaras coming in a kit, and that's not going to last long. That's a really great deal. I really wish I could sign up again because this stuff is amazing. And as far as time goes, I have 3 kids, and they're 3, 2, and 7 months. So if I can do it and find time, then I'm sure that you can, even after everybody goes to bed, after the needy husband's in bed. Have you tried the mascara yet, or any of the other products?
Well, I have, but you know, my mascara was kind of clumpy. I've gotten that before as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had people tell me, I tried it, but I really don't like it because of this or that, or the fibers got in my eyes. So what I would do is say, are you busy this weekend? Do you want to hang out, and maybe I can show you how to put it on better where you don't get clumps? Maybe
Ooh, that's a good one.
maybe you could like it better if you know how to put it on, because it is a little bit different than actually putting on mascara.
Okay, yeah, we could do that, and then we could chat more about the opportunity.
Yeah, I can show you some of the other makeup and stuff instead of just the mascara, and maybe you could learn to love it too.
Perfect. That was great. Awesome. Yay. Okay, so Cheryl, you ready, Cheryl? Oh, can Cheryl talk? I know she typed before. If you can't chat, that's okay. Just go ahead and just chat on the side. I can hear you. Yay! Okay, so let me think of another question, another answer I get a lot. Let's see. Trying to think of answers I've gotten recently because we've all been contacting people a lot recently. Let me see. Okay, so one of the questions that I've gotten many times is, do you really make money on this?
Oh, you know, I actually felt that same way, and then I found out that it's all in, you can write your own paycheck. It's what you put into it. A lot of people work in their cracks of their time, you know, like when they're waiting in the car line. You know, I get paid after 3 hours every time I sell something. I mean, it's wonderful. So the way I find that I've been building my business is I had a few online parties, and then I found other parties from those. I mean, the market never dries up because those people have friends, and then you become friends of those friends and those friends and those friends. So, of course, you're not going to start out making tons of money, you know, the first month, because it's, you know, you have to build up to that. So, you know, I mean, you didn't expect to raise your first week on a new job anyway, but I'm here to help you every step of the way. I have a great team, and $99, I mean, it's a small investment. You also can write part of your house off on your income tax, your mileage. You could buy more makeup. You're just gonna have a blast, and we're all here to help you. And I can't guarantee you're going to make money, but it's all in what you put into it. So. You know, if you want to work a few hours a day, you're going to make more money than if you work an hour a day. So, but I don't really consider it work. I actually consider it fun. So, it's the best job I ever had. It's fun. I make people happy. I mean, who doesn't want beautiful long eyelashes? You know, and I think you'd be mad if I hadn't told you my secret. So your friends waiting out there wanting to be happy, you know, having these great eyelashes.
Okay, all that was awesome. Just be careful. Kind of wordy.
Yeah, I know.
You're like me. You like to chat their ear off. I'm totally guilty of this.
I say way too much. Yeah.
I'm totally guilty of this, so I completely understand. Just Holly will be the first one to say that to you. The first time we did this, I did this with Holly, and she's like, "Crystal, you really talk too much." So totally understand.
I I think LaDawn's answers are perfect. I actually wrote them down. They're short and to the point, and if we just get those under our belt, we would be better.
Yep, which is why we're practicing here. So you're going to think of it, the feel, felt, found. So you're going to think of it as one sentence per. So ideally, you're going to want to respond with 3 sentences.
Right.
So I don't remember the question.
The question was, am I really going to make money?
Oh, yeah. Am I really going to make money? So you could respond of, I totally know how you feel. I had the same question when I signed up. And what I found was that I actually made enough money to support my family part-time and still had time for my kids. Does that sound like something you could do? So kind of short, sweet, to the point. The way I always try to remind myself is 1 sentence per feel, felt, found.
Okay.
And that kind of tries to keep it short and sweet. So let's try again. So do you really make money on this?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I felt, the same way, and I felt the same way. I don't know how to feel into the sentence. I was feeling the same way, with the same kind of questions. And I asked my friend, I can't get the word felt in there.
That's okay. As long as you can get even 2 of them. I know how you feel. This is what I found.
And this is what I found. This is what I found. I found that if I worked just a few hours a day, connecting with people on Facebook, setting up parties, it just took its own life. And it was organically, the money just came in. Shutting my mouth.
No, and that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So here's I'm actually going off of a lady who chatted with me a little bit. What did she say back to me? Because her questions were absolutely perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me the politics of this then. What do you? Is there a minimum that I have to sell? Do I have to pay for a website?
Okay, so this is the magic of Younique. It's $99. You get this incredible presenter's kit that's worth way over $200. And right now they're giving you an extra mascara. I really wish I could re-sign up. Okay, we'll start you right into the training. I forgot the question. Okay, we'll start you right into the training. What's the question again, Crystal? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. What's the politics in this? Is there a minimum amount I have to sell a month? Do I have to pay for a website?
No, okay, you get a free website. You get a free website. And off that website, people will come and order from you. You can set up a business page on Facebook. You do Facebook parties that link right over to your website. You get paid within 3 hours, I believe it is. It goes right into your pay quicker card, which is a debit card, and there is no minimum. Isn't that right? I know there's like a $250 thing, but I don't really understand.
Yeah.
But there's no.
Make sure you tell them about that. It's $125 every 3 months.
Every 3 months, yeah.
So
the one thing we really talked about in my other company I was with, we would say to them at the end of the call, because usually no means there's a unanswered question. So we would say to them something like, is there anything that's absolutely stopping you from today that we have not discussed?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I always actually do with some of my customers, depending on what I'm talking with them about, is specifically the opportunities. I actually steal Michelle Bell's, so I can't take credit for it. It's totally Michelle Bell. She will say, so on a scale from 1 to 10,
right.
1 being host a party, 10 being sign me up now, where are you sitting?
Right. We actually use that too. It was something very similar to that.
Yeah, and so then if they would be, and what she would say is, if they're somewhere between a 1, 2, or 3, you would say, great, let's do a party for you, and let's see if, and let's kind of get you some products to try out and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they were sitting at anywhere between a 7 to 8, the response would be, okay, what is it that's holding you back? Like you said, what is it that's holding back, or what is it, is there any other information that you need? So absolutely, and that's absolutely perfect. So, like I said, just, I hope you don't take this personally, but it's one of my terms I use. Just make sure you're not, like, vomiting information.
Right. Oh, yeah. I know that term, believe me. The one answer I get a lot is, and you didn't bring this one up, is, I'm not a salesperson.
Yep, that was one of my next ones that I was going to do. So, absolutely, does anybody else want to take it, or should we let Cheryl take it? That doesn't matter. We're just kind of practicing. So sure, there you go. So Cheryl, I'm not really a salesperson.
Oh, Crystal, neither am I. All I'm doing is sharing this great mascara. I just put my eyelashes on Facebook, and it's shared. And how would you like it if I hadn't shared it with you?
That's actually a good answer. I like that answer.
That's from my old direct sales.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer.
I've used that recently. Somebody said, I don't know how I do it selling it. And I said, well, that's the awesome thing about it is it sells itself. All I have to do is post pictures, and people are like, I want that. Or go out with just one eye done, and they're like, oh, my God, your lashes are so long. And what's with your other eye? And I'm like, well, this is no lashes, and this is our 3D mascara. And then everybody wants a card. Or even just going to the movies with my husband, I wore skittish lip stain, and the lady was like, oh my gosh, your lips are amazing. Your lip color is amazing. I was like, well, thanks. I gave her a card, and I said, if you email me, I'll send you a sample. And she's like, okay, I'll definitely do that. So I mean, that's people that just
How are you giving them a sample of lip stain? I haven't figured that one out yet.
I first started, I had these, it was like an extra long eyeshadow brush, and it had like a different end on one end, and I kind of dipped it in. But I found on eBay they have these little mini vials, and it's actually like a lip gloss tube, and it's got the end in it and everything. I'll have to take a picture of them tomorrow and send it to you because they're downstairs. But you can buy so many of them, and it comes with like a little syringe to pull the stuff out of your tube and then squirt it into the trial tube. And they're about like that big. They're like really small.
Perfect. I've got those little ones for the Uplift samples that I use. But I had never seen the lip stain ones. So yeah, definitely send me a link or put it in group. I would love to see those. You can see my cat back here. I have a plate over here, and she's trying to lick off the plate.
The lip gloss actually doesn't come out of the tubes that we get that easy with their little syringe that comes with it.
Right.
It's like a bulb syringe almost, but the stain comes out perfect because it's thinner.
I have sample wands for the lip gloss that I have, and I just normally give them to them right then and there because I always carry them with me. But the lip stains, those are the tricky ones.
Yeah, because they literally stain everything.
Yes, they do. So thank you. Yes, totally share that. Because, like Holly said, I do lots of booths. So if I could actually start handing people lip stains, that would be awesome.
And my trick was I didn't put very much in it. I just like coated the end of the wand and then put a little bit more in there. That way, because I got unique samples before of eye pigments, and I didn't need to order anymore because they gave me so much. I was like, well, I don't need any more. So if you give too much, they might just use it all the time instead of actually ordering some more.
Absolutely. I think we should do a training on samples, on how to make them.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Yeah.
Crystal, Nicole DuPont did a video on how she does her samples, and she included the lip stain and stuff in there, so you might want to look for her video.
Ooh, I knew she had done one, but the one I had seen before was before our lip stains had come out. So I will totally check hers out and go find hers.
Yeah, I'll check in my messages because I had asked her about it, and if I can find it in my message from her, I'll send it to you.
Does she have the link then? Does she say where they came from?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think she might have said she got them on Amazon.
Okay, good to know. Very good to know. Yay, you learned. I even learned something new tonight. This is why I love our team meetings. It is 10 o'clock though, so if you guys want to stick around and kind of do some more mock role playing, I mean, by all means, if you guys gotta go, we'll go ahead and stop the broadcast. And thank you guys for coming tonight to the meeting. Mwah! I hope you guys had fun, learned a lot, and it was fun for me.
Thank you, Crystal.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. So good night.
Thanks.